Hello, welcome to Skill Check, the positive gaming podcast from YMCX. My name is Andy.
And my name is Becky.
I got the intro right on the second
take.
time of trying. We're doing well this morning.
Yeah.
Ish.
And Andy is going at lightning speed, so we'll just go really quickly.
I could be talking quicker.
I mean, he always does talk. You always do talk fast, but I feel like you just went at that intro really, really fast.
Or the intro just gone. Or anyway, we are getting distracted. What have we got coming up?
So we are talking. We're talking about gaming and mental health. Surprisingly, yeah. What? When don't we talk about gaming and mental health? It's just blank. We've got a classic on Andy's Game of the Week. I feel like one we've talked about before, maybe a lot.
Yeah, it's more of a story. It's more kind of a thing around the game rather than game itself this week.
But first we have...
Gaming news. And now, gaming news.
Gaming news. Our first piece of gaming news this week is Nintendo have announced that Princess Zelda is to star in her own game. The past 40 years, she has lent her name to one of the Japanese gaming giants' most popular series, but the Legend of Zelda series has cast players as... I can't even say that. Can you say that word? Alien Hero Link. I don't know if that's right. I copied this from somewhere else. So that's all about to change with Echoes of Wisdom, the new title revealed at the company's Nintendo Gaming Direct preview stream. During a short trailer, fans saw Link being swallowed by a supernatural portal, leaving the princess behind. The game employs the same top-down perspective and cartoon-style graphics seen in the 2019 remake of the Game Boy classic Link's Awakening. In the trailer, Zelda was seen conjuring up replicas of items and enemies found in the world in order to solve puzzles and battle foes. Numerous other games were announced, including a new Mario game, Mario and Luigi's Brothership, which was there was also other things as well.
Yes, so...
Nintendo Direct. Did you watch it?
It's good. Watched it. It's like they are still very much pushing the Switch.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
I think everyone just everyone knows that the Switch is coming to the end of its life at some point. They are still making the Switch worth getting. They're still looking like they are desperately trying to support the Switch. And I mean. There's also rumours that let's call it the Switch 2 for purposes of this conversation.
Because we're not sure it's going to be called the Switch 2, but also whether it's going to look like a Switch internally is completely questionable.
It is Nintendo. It could look like anything. I mean, creativity is their playground, basically. Yeah. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, the rumour is that they are going to make whatever comes next compatible with current Switch games.
Yep.
That's a hope and dream anyway. There could be some catches there. It could depend on the model you get. We just simply don't know.
Yeah.
So that would explain why they're still selling so many first-party Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Like the new Mario. Like the new Legend of Zelda. FYI, the main character of most Zelda games is called Link.
Not called Zelda.
Not called Zelda.
It's usually Link rescuing
Link.
Zelda, right?
Yes, or whatever, yeah. But that is normally Link. And so ignore anything you see online about how, they've changed, how they've changed, and the main character, actually the main character's always been Link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Zelda's getting her own game.
Yeah.
Which is really fun.
Yeah, it's looking very puzzle-based. It's looking different, but the same. And, it's what you'd expect, really.
Yeah.
I mean, when Luigi got his own game, no one kind of complained about Luigi going around with basically being a Mario Brothers version of a Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
And not kind of jumping and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, it looks good.
Nice. It's exciting. I've never played any Zelda games, and I wanted to play the last one, but it's still so expensive.
Have you got the Nintendo Switch subscription?
Yes.
Check out one of the, I think all the kind of old kind of arcades.
Yeah.
Must be on the Game Boy.
Yeah.
there is some older Zelda games on there.
Oh, I'll have to have a look at that. Our second piece of gaming news this week, moving on, is the International Olympic Committee is considering the creation of Olympics eSport games to be held during Paris 2024. The proposal from the IOC's executive board will be voted on by IOC members, and advanced discussions with a potential host are underway. The Olympic eSports games would be housed within the IOC, but clearly separate from the organisational and financial models of the Olympic Games. The IOC's executive board emphasised that the International Sporting Federation already engages in an e-version of their sports that is considered for inclusion in the Olympic Sports Games. Olympics eSports Games would be the IOC's first go-to partners. The same would also apply for national Olympic committees that include esports in their activities. An announcement on the event is expected very soon.
So basically, they're saying that they want esports. It's going to be included as an Olympic event.
Yeah, but it's not going to be in the Olympics.
And that is a shame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe one day, because until they do that, it's going to be like this separate thing. It's going to be this segregated thing that's going to be looked upon as, slightly differently. We're not that.
Yeah.
And you get the sports fans coming out when it's Olympics on TV. You get people watching the Olympics because it's the Olympics. And why would you not want to watch the best at their sport?
Yeah.
And as such, you sometimes get people watching sports that they wouldn't normally watch. I mean, it'd be great if you get people watching Rocket League who would normally watch.
I mean, how many hours have I spent watching discus when I wouldn't have watched discus at any other point in the year?
You know what? I can quite safely say I don't think I've ever watched any discus.
Do you not watch any discus? Things like artistic gymnastics and rhythmic gymnastics. Like stuff that you just wouldn't. Trampolining I've watched before. I love the Olympics. I think they're great. But I do watch all of them. And so I literally will, when they're on, I'll just swap over to see which sport I can find. So you can add esports into that, I think.
But that is case in point. Isn't it? You get people who will just watch it, and I'm like, leave me there going, what?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
I do the same with the Paralympics.
Exactly.
Wheelchair rugby, one of the best sports out there. If you've not seen wheelchair rugby, you should definitely watch it. But the same thing applies, right?
But I like to think this is a step in the right direction for sports.
Yeah, I mean, if it can be included in a big event like the Olympics, it's heading into mainstream culture, which it already is, but this is a kind of another step in that direction.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Our final piece of gaming news is recent data states that Rockstar's GTA trilogy has hit a combined total of 30 million downloads on Netflix. Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City and San Andreas made their way onto the service in December following earlier reports that Netflix had been in talks with Rockstar to license a GTA game as part of their attempt to introduce higher-end titles to mobile-focused gaming catalogue. In January, it was subsequently reported that the arrival of the three games had given a boost to Netflix gaming endeavours, with monthly mobile game downloads nearly tripling to 28 million in December. 18 million of these downloads were a combination of San Andreas, Vice City and GTA 3. Now, several months down the road, the numbers have increased to over 30 million Netflix downloads for the GTA games, according to the app magic data compiled by mobilegamer.biz. San Andreas has had 20.5 million downloads to date, Vice City has had 6.5 million, and GTA 3 has had 3.3 million.
I mean, so two things that I feel really should be said at this point. Thing number one, we had a few mic issues right at the start, and we kind of got around it by changing a few settings. So if you hear random noises, I apologise.
Yes.
Number two, shock. This is what happens when you get kind of big names and offer them as part of a package people are already paying for.
Yeah.
People are going to download the big games. It's not for free.
No.
I know it's not for free, but it feels like for free.
Yeah, because I'm already paying for my Netflix subscription.
So I might as well play classic GTA on my phone because these games remind me of a younger time. I want to say childhood, but no.
It was probably more teenagers.
yeah. But, you know, very good games.
Yeah.
And they're free. Why would I not want to try that at least?
Still have never played GTA. So
don't make us do a special edition of the podcast where it's just you sat down playing GTA on.
I mean, we've definitely done an episode where I played Fortnite. I don't play a lot of Fortnite. Our young people love Fortnite, so I had to play it. And so there was definitely somewhere out there was a video of me learning to play Fortnite.
There's also a video of me playing Fortnite at the same time.
Yeah.
Making some incredibly dark comments.
Yeah.
I think I've hidden that one away somewhere.
And then, like, we got Laura to play. What did we get Laura to play?
Blimey.
Like some other game.
I think it might.
We quite enjoy
Tetris.
we quite enjoy getting people to play games that have never gamed before. So you know.
We should do that again.
Yeah. We might bring that back as a segment.
Yeah.
It's quite a fun thing to watch people learn to play games. But yeah, I'm sure at some point we could probably record me playing GTA, which will be hilarious because I've never played it. I've watched other people play it. I just never played it myself. So, yeah. I've heard that it's a good game. Although I feel like the violence might put me off.
I kind of want to watch you play it. I think you're selling the idea to, well, if no one out there is being sold, I'm definitely being sold on it. Okay, so let's quickly chat about studies around mental health and video games. I came across, apparently it was a few months ago, but the news item I saw it on was just like 2 days ago, so I'm kind of taking it as relatively recent.
Okay.
A recent study has found that playing video games doesn't impact mental health.
Oh.
Like,
Yep.
at all.
Wow.
It's as in not positive, not negative.
Interesting.
It's like it's a hobby.
Yeah, funny that.
It's like, I mean, I think we may have gone down that route before. But you speak, and I guess the reason why we're mentioning it is that you still hear kind of people talk about actually how video games aren't particularly good for you and you shouldn't be spending your time playing it. And then you have this study come along to say actually it doesn't have any positive or negative impact.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why I kind of found it. I was like, we should probably mention this. It is, with that in mind,
Yeah.
it is a sort of study that could potentially pick holes in a little bit, in that the demographic isn't particularly wide-ranging.
Yeah.
It's very much based around adults playing Xbox.
Yeah, and we would say that like young people when they're playing video games, there's a lot of developmental stuff going on, and so it can have a different effect on young people than it can do on adults. So that's like a heavy caveat.
Just like everything else. And it doesn't particularly take life events into account either. So it doesn't particularly take people from different backgrounds who've had different life events happen to them. So there is arguably more work to be done, but you could say that about if you're looking for a study to show positive or negative effects either way. So I think it's positive that we have a study here that says actually it is what it is. It's a hobby, and it's a hobby that organisations can use to and be okay with using to connect with young people, to connect with people.
Yeah.
And it's not something that we should be shying away from, because I mean we've talked previously about what a gamer looks like, and what was the stat? Something like, it was something ridiculous, like half the population of the planet.
Yeah,
it was something like that.
It's a lot. Like,
I have gone down a massive tangent now.
It's a lot of people game. Let's put it that way.
It's a lot of people game. It's a hobby. It's not nothing to be scared.
And it's also not like it's not a male only hobby as well. So
Not
lots
at
of
all.
female games. So there's probably like I think it was 40-ish%
Yeah,
women.
yeah.
So I think I think we kind of caveat with this with all of these studies, and it is like the thing is, and I was thinking like all of these studies are useful, but they should never be taken in isolation.
Totally.
You have to look at all of the data rather than just going, oh, like this one says what I want it to say. So it's a case of like looking at all of them. But it's an interesting take on like how actually it's not negative or positive. It's just not affecting at all. That's like I think we talk a lot. We always try and talk a lot about positives and like say actually like we're trying to say that we're a positive gaming podcast. But I think it is just trying to say that actually like there might be that it just doesn't have any effect, and so it'd be interesting to like.
So therefore, as a result, it can be used as a tool to help.
Yeah, and we talk a lot about how we can use gaming more in like we use it at youth club, but also like actually educational settings we could use, like the gaming could be used in. There's lots of things that you could use gaming for. We've talked about how they use it in, I think it's like Finland or Sweden. They were using Minecraft in a classroom.
Assassin's Creed Discovery Mode.
Yeah.
Last two words of that sentence, very important.
Yeah.
Ideal for history lessons.
Yeah. So I think like there are a lot, like I think saying that like having that extensive research of saying actually it doesn't have like prolonged gaming doesn't have a positive or negative effect could mean that you could then use it more in a classroom, for example. And now it's time for Andy's Game of the Week.
That was a very smooth intro there.
Yeah,
Becky.
I'm going for the smooth tone.
Whoa, okay. So, I'm cheating.
Okay.
It's not a new game. If you're watching on YouTube, you've already seen it. You've probably already seen the clip I'm playing. It is Minecraft. Because
we talked so much about Minecraft already.
I'm fairly certain, right? I don't know, about a year and a half ago or something like that. I commented about how my household has now Minecraft had arrived.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
Long-term listeners might actually be able to hear the storyline of me kind of going, what is this?
Yeah.
And just being genuinely confused and just not having a clue what to do with Minecraft to now being like, I want Minecraft servers.
Ooh.
And things like that.
I know, it's gone from like not really big understanding, not really having any understanding of Minecraft to now going,
to wanting to know
we can do it waves, yeah?
Yeah. But reason why is I kind of want to talk about Father's Day a little bit.
Okay.
In that we ended up playing Minecraft for about 2 hours on Father's Day. So Father's Day, Sunday just gone here in England.
Yeah.
Played it for about 2 hours. Not my choice.
Okay.
To be perfectly honest,
Aren't you a good dad?
It's like, I'm a good dad playing video games.
No, but
I mean,
like,
don't get me wrong, I was okay with it.
You know, I was going to say, you didn't like make your daughter play what you wanted to play because it was it's Father's Day.
No, because I mean, where's the fun in that?
Yeah.
But because we played it on Switch, we're able to have all three of us as family playing.
Oh, nice.
And it took a bit of time to kind of get into some sort of rhythm of what we're all doing as like a unit within the Minecraft world that we were creating.
Yeah.
But once we got in there, it was like, hold on a second, shouldn't we be doing things like sorting out tea now? Making sure daughter's fed and
I was going to say, fed in the real world, not in the virtual world.
yeah. But because we got so well into it, and as a family unit, it felt like a very good, positive time.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I could talk about other random games, but actually, we had this kind of moment where it was so much less stressful than playing particular board games.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Which I guess is the closest other kind of thing you could compare it to.
Yeah.
Minecraft multiplayer.
You can pretty much get it
Switch.
wherever you want.
Minecraft as a game. Get it wherever you want. You can play Minecraft online with other people pretty much on anything. But yeah, Minecraft multiplayer on the Switch. Totally check it out if you've got a Switch.
Well, yeah, with that, that is all we've got time for this week. We hope you enjoyed this podcast.
You need to go.
I need to go. I've got meetings. They're just distracting me. If you don't follow us on social media, please do at YMCA Exeter and at YMCA Exeter Games on all your favourite social medias. And if you are on YouTube, please do like and comment and subscribe. And we'll see you next week.